Good morning, everyone. It's 8/26, 2015. Time to kick off another trading day. The biggest factor right now banging on treasuries is the E-mini is up. And this is after pretty heavy selling in Asia and Europe, with only the Japanese market and the U.S. markets up for the evening. Europe's off, China's off, even with their latest injection of funds into their economy and their fifth devaluation. So the Chinese devaluation continues to really wreak havoc around the globe, and India is probably going to be drawn into it too. So the Southeast Asian currencies have really been whacked. They are protecting themselves. They're devaluing China to maintain their competitive edge in the export markets, and it's a short-term fix. China's a mercantilist economy. They export their excess. They take advantage. They sell their labor and their lack of pollution control laws. Get a cost edge, and people will go to the low-cost producers. It's China's environmental problem. It's not the rest of the world. So that's where we stand right now. The Chinese devaluations are not over. Okay, I'm going to combine this distribution right here. I wanted to isolate these points up here, 128.20, but we've got a new distribution down, started in V period. You can see that we have a pretty clean break in this 10, 12, 13, 14 area. And if the E-mini rallies today, I imagine treasuries will be lower in spite of the 5-year auction. So we have some news today that can impact the market. Durable orders, -0.4. X transportation, which is what the market will focus on, +0.4. That's a pretty strong number, minus the transportation numbers, which swing this number a great deal each month. Crude inventories, +1 million. Dudley speaks at 10. And then the 5-year auction, which can be the weakest. Yesterday's 2-year auction wasn't all that strong. So right now here we are at 6. This low at 14. So 11 to 15 will be sell 1. 19 to 23 sell 2. It may take a 7 to get in. I don't know the way it stands right now. On the buy side, because of the 5-year auction, I think maybe we can get stops below yesterday's lows. So we're going to start out at 25 to 29. We'll put a question mark at 01, which is where we had it on last night's close, and then 17 to 21 for buy 2. Direction of the E-mini, durable orders number, X transportation will be the market's focused. Dudley, if he says anything new about when the Fed can raise interest rates, could impact the market. Then we're into the 5-year auction. Okay, most people have said that, most traders right now are playing that the Fed will not be able to raise interest rates, at least in September. The talk is now October or later. The financial futures markets are saying the first quarter of 2016, and it's almost always 2 quarters out. It's not a very reliable indicator. But the money has not started positioning for a rate increase in September. A great deal of that rally to 163 even in the 30-year was based on people that were pricing in a rate increase come September. Still could happen. Doesn't mean the Fed won't raise interest rates in September. It's hard to see them raising interest rates in September without taking the stock market much lower. Okay, we've got a low volume number at 25. We've got a high volume number at 22. We've got this low from yesterday at 20. And we are pointed lower right now, so 21 to 17 allows them to get stops below yesterday's lows, buy 1. And then we have the low volume number at 13, 9 to 13, buy 2. And the reason my number 2 buy level is where it is because of the 5-year auction. On the sell side, the spills from 58.02. So 3 to 7, sell 1. May take 31s to get in. And then 15 to 19, sell 2. And ultimately the 5-year auction will buffer the selling. But we do have news to get through at 8:30 Eastern. Then we have Dudley speaking at 10. Crude inventories at 10:30. You know, China is blaming the Federal Reserve for all the market turmoil, not what they've done. That's huge because of their place in the world economy, and they have become the manufacturer of the world, basically because people have exported rules, regulations, and pollution. So it's not over for China. They've got problems. Their stock market, even with all their intervention, the rest of it, once again sold last night. Corrected over 60% so far this year. Okay, on gold, you can see we have this 25 to 27 area down here. Low volume, so first buy is going to be 25, 27. We are headed lower. Just leaning against a low volume area, and then that breakout came in the 20 area, so we'll make 21 to 19 by 2. On the sell side, you got this low here at 32, you've got this low at 32, you got a high of 34. 32, 34, sell 1. New start of the distribution down came out of the 38 area, 38.40, sell 2. And the gold is sold a couple of times when the news would say that it shouldn't sell. So every damn short that was in the market, I mean, they went up to what, 65, 60 plus, somewhere in there, is probably gone. And short covering rallies are brutal. No prisoners taken, no quarter given. Okay, China devalued their currency once again last night, so the euro and the yen are higher. Dollar's higher on the Asian baskets, but not against the euro or the yen. And it's selling off now, so the Globex high came here. The Asian split came right here. We were holding, and then in London the selling began, and so we got a pretty clean break here in the 69 area, 75. Pretty fast spill through 50. So 40 to 50 is going to be sell 1. Last rotate up was 30. Excuse me. We'll make 30 to 40. Sell 1, and we'll make 60 to 70, sell 2. On the buy side, we had the breakout from 1400, so 1400 plus or minus is buy 1, and then 1375 is buy 2. Okay, crude oil kind of hanging in here. Got a very clean break at 40, so we're 39.75 to 40 is sell 1. We got our next clean breaks up here at 50, so 40.50 plus or minus will be sell 2. On the buy side, we're buying against 39, so 39 and a quarter, buy 1. 38 and a quarter, 38.50, buy 2. Couple articles out overnight about how cash is king. Pump all the oil you can. And I mean, we know that. We've talked about it. And the only chance you have of delaying the creditors taking over your company or bankruptcy is cash flow or revenue. And when times get tough, producers will produce all the copper, all the gold, all the soybeans, all the crude oil that they can to keep their creditors at bay. It's the way it works. There's no magic there. I mean, and I'm always dumbfounded when, you know, Saudi Arabia and all these other people talk about how, well, the price is so low they can't produce. The price is so low and therefore they have to produce. And it shows a naivete on planners. Now, over time, when the wheel turns and these companies do go bankrupt and they stop producing, even the people that take over bankrupt companies to have cash flow will continue to produce. So they stop producing when, you know, the doors are finally shut. So here we are, and you can see that we've got this 12 to 22 area is where there's going to be some resistance in 18. So sell's going to be 15 to 20, sell 1. We had that last rotate up yesterday in the 30-35 area, so 30-35 is going to be sell 2. It's a wide area. Only way I know that you can handle this, the London low is 1880. We're at 1906. We've got a T low at 92, so 95, 1900, buy 1. 80, 85, buy 2. Get your setups. Keep your stops reasonable. Take the trades. There's extra volatility. You should be able to get more than 3 points anytime you get into a particular trade. And just, it's wonderful times, wonderful opportunity, but you do have to play these markets a little bit differently. Now, if you don't have the capital and the skills to do this, it's a great learning environment. So several years from now, when the bottom falls out of the market, you'll be able to remember the gyrations of 2015 like you could remember if you've been around 2008, all the gyrations of 2008, and prosper. Durable orders, minus 4/10. X transportation, plus 4/10. Crude inventories, plus 1 million. Dudley speaks in between there. And Dudley can go both ways, but he's generally perceived as being a little more dovish than hawkish. Lockhart is the hawk. Than the 5-year auction, which will not impact the E-mini at all. Be back with you as soon as possible in a few.